October 1347. 12 ships arrive in Sicily, silent, drifting. No one stands at the helm tonight.
The dock workers watch from shore. Something is wrong. The ships move, but no voices call out. Blood stains the canvas. Birds circle but refuse to land. The smell reaches shore before words.
Giovanni climbs the ladder. His torch reveals the deck. Empty, wet, streaked with something dark and foul.
First body, face black as coal, eyes wide, mouth open, frozen in his final scream forever. And he opens the cargo hold. The stench hits like a fist. Rot, waste. Below deck, 20 men, all dead, bodies piled like cargo, skin black, tongues swollen, rats everywhere feeding.
The signs are everywhere. Black boils burst open on necks. Armpits, groins.
Giovanni runs. He screams for the harbor master. But the sickness is already ashore. It rides the wind.
By nightfall, the port is sealed. But it is too late. The invisible enemy has already chosen its victims. 3 days pass. The dock workers fall ill. First Giovanni, then his brother. Fever burns through them like wildfire. The symptom, a swelling, black, hard as stone, growing in the warmest places. And the bubo appears suddenly. The fever comes next, burning from inside, drenched in sweat, shaking, vomiting blood. No relief ever comes. Even the priests are afraid. Father Marco refuses to enter. He prays from the doorway. Then he flees. Bodies appear in the streets, wrapped poorly, dragged to the edge of town. No prayers, no ceremony anymore. The first mass grave is dug outside the walls. 20 bodies, then 50. And the count stops mattering now.
The rats multiply, and they are everywhere, in the walls, the grain stores, the beds. Nobody notices them yet.
Letters arrive from Genoa, Constantinople, Alexandria. The same sickness, the same black death. It's within 1 month. Venice, Marseille, Barcelona. The ships carry more than silk and spices. They carry extinction.
Florence.
December 1347. Maria wakes to find the swelling. Small at first.
Hard.
And she prays it means nothing.
By midday, the lump is the size of an egg. Black.
Hot.
The pain makes her weep constantly.
Her husband finds her seizing on the floor.
Foam.
Blood. Eyes gone white. And he cannot wake her up.
He screams for help. Every shutter slams shut. Every door locks. The neighbors know. Nobody will come now.
The black veins spread from the swelling, crawling under skin, reaching toward her heart. Death is hours away.
Dr. Bernardi arrives too late. He has seen this 40 times this week. He knows the ending already. He will not touch her. He uses a stick to examine the body. Distance means nothing.
His eyes are empty now. He has pronounced 100 dead this month. Winter has just barely started.
The husband weeps. The doctor writes, female, age 24, bubonic fever, dead within 12 hours, no cure.
The death cart comes at dawn. The bell rings. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Endless. The pit is 30 feet deep. Bodies fall like broken dolls. 50 today. 100 yesterday. More tomorrow always.
The market is dying. Half the stalls are empty. Those who remain sell at any price. Coins mean nothing.
The baker is dead behind his counter. And the bread burns. Black smoke pours out. Nobody stops to help.
2 men fight over a sack of grain, punching, biting, clawing. Civilization is 3 meals from collapse always.
The merchant counts his gold in an empty house. His servants fled. His family dead. Wealth buys nothing. A mother hides with her children. The bread is moldy. The water is low, and she does not open. The bodies pile up faster than they can be moved. Dogs come at night. Rats by day. The square is abandoned. 1 torch burns alone. The wind carries ash. And the smell, that terrible smell. By January, Florence has lost 1/3 of its people. The death ships have infected an entire continent. The sickness travels the trade routes, every road, every river, every ship. There is no stopping it now. In a roadside inn, a trader coughed his blood into his drink. He shares the cup. The monks show mercy. They take in a dying stranger. The monastery falls silent. No bells ring for prayer, only the death rattle. Only the final gasps remaining. Paris, the death arrives in winter. A woman falls in the market. The crowd scatters. Screaming begins everywhere. In Paris, the dead outnumber the living who can bury them. Bodies rot in alleys. Openly. For weeks. The Seine carries bodies downstream. 20, 50, more each day. And when the water turns black, nobody drinks from it. The wealthy seal themselves inside. Boards across every door, every window, and they think walls will save them. Walls won't.
3 weeks later, silence. Whose? The house is a tomb. They died together, sealed in their own expensive coffin.
The Red Cross marks the infected houses. In this village, every house is marked. Every single one. Gone. Marseille burns its own ships. Too late. The sickness is already inland. Moving north. Always moving north. The nobles lock their gates. Peasants beg for shelter. The answer is spears and silence. Class divides deepen. Inside, the Lord eats alone. His servants are dead. His family fled. He trusts no one. Isolation madness. London, March 1348. The ships arrive from France. The dockworkers unload the cargo. History repeats exactly now. Please. In a Southwark tavern, men drink and sing. In the corner, a sailor shivers. For 2 weeks, London lives. Markets bustle. Children play. And these are the final days as the rats spread through Cheapside, in the grain. The cloth, the hay, each carries 10,000 invisible deaths.
A mother finds the mark on her son's neck. Her scream echoes through Cornhill. Then another. Then hundreds.
By April, London falls. When the bells ring constantly, day and night, death, death. The doctors come wearing masks. Bird-faced, leather, stuffed with herbs. They look like demons, and they are equally useless. The beak is filled with rose petals, thyme, cloves, camphor, to filter the poisoned air. They refuse to touch the sick. They point with sticks, examine from a distance. The cures, crushed emeralds, powdered unicorn horn, mercury, dead toads on the swelling, all useless, everyone.
Dr. Lombardi writes in his journal, nothing works. Not prayer, not medicine, not distance. Only death works.
The wealthy pay fortunes for treatment. The doctors take the gold. The wealthy die exactly like the poor. At night, the doctors drink themselves unconscious. They have seen too much. They cannot help. They cannot forget. The medical universities close. The professors are dead. Their books cannot save them. Knowledge has limits, clear limits. Brother Thomas tends 60 patients alone, and he knows none will survive. Still, he brings. Dr. Marchesi records the deaths. His hand shakes. His hand shakes. The list fills 1 page. The doctors walk the streets like ghosts. People beg for help. There is none to give. They walk on. And the sick are locked inside with the healthy. Red Cross on the door. All will die together. Quarantine means tomb. Dr. Lombardi dies in the street. His mask rolls into the gutter. Even doctors are abandoned now. Medical martyrdom. In Bologna, they burn the medical texts. The knowledge failed. Perhaps destroying it will help.
It doesn't.
The tools lie abandoned in the mud. Lancets, bowls, sticks, useless relics of a failed profession. The patient begs, "Help me!" The doctor shakes his head. There are no words left, only silence. Dr. Bernardi sits alone in darkness, still wearing his mask, waiting for the swelling. It will come soon. The churches overflow. Every cathedral, every chapel.
packed shoulder to shoulder.
Father Domenico raises the host. Behind him, 3 people collapse. The plague enters even God's house now.
The communion cup passes from mouth to mouth,
Shared.
sacred, spreading death with every sip. Faith becomes contagion.
Bishop Clement declares, "This is God's wrath, punishment for our sins. The apocalypse, the final days have come."
Suddenly, the congregation erupts, wailing, tearing garments, beating chests. Hysteria spreads faster than plague. Reason flagellants arrive, shirtless in winter, whipping their backs bloody, chanting prayers. God demands blood they provide willingly. 300 lashes. The back opens like a blooming flower. Blood streams. Pain offered to God. Ecstasy and suffering. The procession grows. 20, 50, 100. Blood trails through mud. More join daily. The movement spreads wildly. They stop at every church, fall to knees, whip in unison. The priests watch, silent, afraid. Authority crumbles. One collapses dead from blood loss. They step over the body, continue marching. God requires more, always more sacrifice. At night, they dance around fires, chanting, bleeding, possessed. This is faith twisted, religion without reason. The priests hide behind altars, flagellants pound on doors. The church fears its own believers, faith turned monster. The wealthy offer everything, gold, land, titles, piled on altars. Save me. And the priests have no answers, no power.
The monks abandon their monasteries, leave the relics, flee to the forests. Even holy men lose faith entirely now. As a peasant burns a Bible for warmth. God is dead, he whispers. Or worse, he watches and does nothing. Father Marco gives last rites to his 1,000th dying soul this month. The words are mechanical.
Churches become tombs. Bodies rot where they fell. No one removes them. They died praying. God did not answer.
The cathedrals stand empty now. Doors open, no bells ring. Faith died with half of Europe. Silence remains.
King Philip locks the palace gates. Inside he feasts. Outside his people die in mud. Monarchy shows its truth.
Peasants pound on gates. Guards pour boiling water from the walls. Screaming, scattering. Power protects itself. Always. The king sits alone. His advisors dead. His guards dying. The crown weighs heavy.
Lord Montfort seals his manor. Servants locked outside. Families separated. Children cry at walls. Class divides become tombs. Inside they feast on boar, venison, wine. Outside the servants starve, watching.
3 days later, a servant develops the swelling. He was locked inside.
With the family.
Everyone trapped together now.
The manor becomes a tomb. Noble and servant, master and slave, dead together. Death recognizes no class distinctions.
The tax collector arrives. The village is empty. Everyone dead. His ledger is useless. The fields rot unharvested. No laborers remain. The wheat feeds only birds. The economy dies with the workers.
The merchant lies dead behind his counter. Gold on the shelves. Nobody steals it. Money means nothing now. The royal treasury. Mountains of gold. The treasurer dead. Slumped over his fortune. Rats nest in the coins.
Peasants enter the abandoned estate. They take bread, grain, not gold, not jewels. Survival matters. Wealth does not.
A crown lies in the mud. Trampled. Abandoned. Symbols mean nothing to the dying. Power is an illusion.
King Philip dies alone in his sealed chamber. No servants, no priest, no heir, like any peasant. Alone. Noble sword and armor abandoned on the road. Beside them, a farmer's plow. Both worthless, both abandoned equally.
Parliament sits empty. Documents scatter in wind. Government ceases. No laws, no order,
A castle burns on the hill. No one fights the flames. It burns for 3 days. Power's seat becomes ash.
Former servants sit at the master's table, eating his food, drinking his wine. The old order is dead. Nobody enforces.
A crown and a beggar's bowl. Side by side in the dirt. Equal. Abandoned. Symbols of nothing anymore. The cities stand empty. Castles dark. Streets silent. Power has collapsed. The system is dead. Only silence reigns now.
The trenches are dug, 30 feet deep, 100 feet long. They fill within days. And then another is dug.
No coffins remain, bodies dragged by rope, face down through mud, no prayer, no ceremony, just dirt and lime. The bodies are thrown, not laid, thrown. They tumble into the pit, landing in piles, mechanical, efficient, emotionless. White lime poured over the dead. To slow the rot, to mask the smell. It helps nothing. A digger collapses into his own pit, wound. The others stare. Then continue digging. They work through the night, torches burning, 20 men, 500 bodies. By dawn, another 500 wait. The pit is full, dirt shoveled over open eyes, over reaching hands, over open mouths. The earth swallows them.
Outside Paris, 20 trenches. Outside London, 30. Outside Florence, 40. The ground becomes one soon. Another cart arrives. The workers don't look up, just continue. Another cart behind it. The supply is
A wooden cross marks the pit. No names, just numbers. 1348, 500 souls. Rain falls, the graves fill with water, bodies float, the diggers work in mud, slipping, falling in.
Useless. Father Antonio tries to bless the grave. 500 bodies. He stops halfway.
Dogs dig at shallow graves, pulling at the dead, and the workers are too exhausted to stop them. Nature reclaims. A survivor searches the graves for her family. She cannot find them. Everyone buried together.
Anonymous.
Lost forever. The field is full. Every plot used. They move to the next field. Start digging. The cycle continues endlessly.
A digger sits on corpses, eating bread, emotionless. The work has broken something inside. Humanity eroded by repetition.
The dirt never washes away. Death embedded under fingernails.
In skin,
In lungs. Permanent. The diggers smell it.
all across Europe, fields of mass graves, crosses by the thousands. The continent becomes one massive grave.
When medicine fails and God is silent, fear needs someone to blame. The witch hunts begin. She pleads innocence. The mob does not listen. They need someone to burn.
Someone to punish.
She cursed the well. She poisoned the water. She brought this plague. Accusations fly. Neighbors betray neighbors. Fear spreads.
Torches are lit. Wood piled high. The woman screams. The crowd chants. Justice perverted. Fear becomes murder.
The flames rise. The woman burns. The crowd believes this will stop the plague. It doesn't. It never does. The rumors spread. The Jews poison the wells. The mob forms. Torches lit. Ancient hatred finds new justification easily. The doors are barricaded. Too late. The mob breaks through. Screaming. Violence. Innocent blood spills. Hate needs no evidence. The quarter burns. Bodies in the streets. The mob moves to the next town. Hate spreads faster than plague. The authorities watch. Some join the mob. Law has collapsed. Violence is permitted, even encouraged. Civilization's veneer stripped. Anyone different is suspect.
Beggars.
Beggars, foreigners, midwives, healers, anyone. Fear creates enemies from neighbors. In torture chambers, confessions are extracted. I curse the town. Lies from pain. Believed anyway. Truth does not matter.
A man returns home. His village is ashes. Everyone dead. Not from plague, from neighbors' fear. Murdered.
Former friends meet on the road. Both armed. Both suspicious. Trust is dead. Society fractured. Irreparable.
A mother hides her sick child. If discovered, the mob will burn them both. Love versus fear.
Villages build walls. Borders close. Guards kill travelers. Isolation as protection. Humanity fragments.
A stranger begs for water. Arrows answer. No mercy. No hospitality. Fear has won. Kindness is dead.
The child draws in ash. People holding hands. And she crosses it out. Draws people running from each other instead.
Europe at night, scattered fires, isolated lights, communities separated, united only by fear and death. Darkness everywhere between us.
1351. 3 years later. The screaming has stopped. The bells are silent. Only birds sing.
Weeds push through streets, vines climb walls. Nature reclaims what humans built. Fast, relentless, indifferent to our monuments. Cathedrals stand empty, roofs collapse. Birds nest where priests once prayed, sunlight through broken glass.
The throne room, dust on everything. A crow sits on the throne. The crown lies forgotten. Power's symbols meaningless.
The fields grow wild, grain untended, deer graze freely. No fences, no farmers, no boundaries, the land returns.
A fox enters the manor house, makes a den in silk bedding. Animals inherit what humans abandoned. Wolves howl in the town square, where markets once sold bread. The pack roams freely.
The libraries rot, books dissolve in rain, pages turn to pulp, knowledge accumulated over centuries washing away. Lost. Illuminated manuscripts, gold leaf and beauty, now mold spreads across them. Art destroyed, memory erased, civilization's record vanishing.
Bridges collapse, roads wash away, no one repairs them. Infrastructure crumbles, the connections between places sever.
The mill wheel stands still, water flows around it, gears rust, the machines of civilization silent, productivity ended. The marketplace, stalls collapsed, goods rotted to nothing, coins in mud, worthless. The economy dissolved, commerce is memory. Castle walls crumble, stones fall, no defenders remain, fortifications are meaningless, power's monuments falling, nobody cares, nobody watches.
Wild horses run through farmland, free. No riders, no masters. Animals reclaim the freedom we once stole.
Cemeteries overgrown, crosses fallen, graves unmarked, even the dead are forgotten. Memory dies. Sunset over the city, no lights appear, no fires lit. Darkness comes completely, silence absolute, humanity's absence total. Roads vanish into forests, no travelers, the networks dissolved, isolation complete, every place an island, forever separated, connection ended.
Europe at night, darkness, a few scattered lights, tiny islands in blackness, half the population gone, silence reigns supreme.
One bell rings. Somewhere distant, one survivor announcing, "I am here, I remain."
Dawn breaks over silent Europe, empty. The old world is dead, nature watches. The Great Reset is complete now.
1352, the survivors emerge, slowly, cautiously, looking at an empty world. Everything they knew is gone. Anna walks through her village. Every house empty. Every face she knew dead. Two survivors meet, they stare, approach slowly. The joy of finding another living soul. Human connection restored, precious now. 5 strangers gather around a fire. And they are family now. The old bonds broken, new ones forming. A peasant enters the Lord's mansion, takes food, clothes, tools. No one stops him. The old rules are dead.
Peasant hands hold a nobleman's book, learning to read. Knowledge no longer restricted. Class barriers dissolved. Education democratized.
Women inherit land, work fields themselves, own property. Necessity breaks laws, centuries of restrictions dissolved in months, society restructured. A former serf refuses the Lord's demands. I am free now! Nobody enforces serfdom. The system collapsed. Freedom by default.
Workers demand wages, real silver. Labor is scarce now. Workers have power. Economics inverted. The bottom becomes the top.
Universities reopen. Students from all classes enter. Birth doesn't matter anymore, only merit. Education transformed. New laws written. All men equal before law. The plague forced what revolution couldn't. Change through catastrophe. Progress. Markets reopen. Different faces now. Former servants trade as merchants. The economy rebuilds. Different hands control it now. Fields plowed with new techniques. Better tools. Innovation from necessity. Fewer workers means efficiency required. Progress accelerates. Productivity increases. Printing presses multiply. Books spread. Knowledge democratized. Information no longer controlled.
The children born now grow up in a different world. No memory of the old order. Free!
The young gather, speaking of the future.
Not the past.
Hope replacing despair.
Building.
Not mourning.
Forward motion.
A survivor plants a tree. Symbol of faith. That tomorrow will come. That the future matters. That life continues forward. Hands shake. Agreements made. New contracts, new terms, everything negotiable now. The reset allows renegotiation. A village rebuilds. Different design, better planned. Learning from catastrophe. The phoenix rises. Improved, changed, better somehow.
Dawn over Europe, smoke from chimneys, life returning, changed forever, the Great Reset complete. History begins again now.